Okay, so this week, uh, Wonders, Grade 2, Unit 4, Week 3, the spelling words, the focus is other R-controlled spellings. So last week we looked at the spelling, and this week we're going to look at or and R. So the or is spelled most often with the OR that says or, sometimes with the OR and with the E at the end. And then we also have a couple of words with the OAR, where OA says O, combining it with the R, so it's or. There are two or three other spellings of or, but these are the ones that we have this week. Okay, so last week was this week is or and R. The most common spelling of or is OR in the middle of a syllable. That's the most common one. If it's in the middle of the syllable, we most often use OR, like in the word north and airport. Here we go. So we have the North Pole Ice Airport. Wouldn't that be a cool thing to see? So your words are north and port. These are words that are at where the or sound is in the middle of a syllable. And then we have some words where we use a O-R-E at the end of a syllable. And your words you have are more and store. So I want you to think there's more in store for us. That's an expression that means there's more to come. So there, do you hear the sound or at the end of a syllable? Let's spell those words. Okay. Port, the first word port, the sounds are up. The sounds are p, port. The spelling is spelled with a or, spelled O-R, port. Again, the sounds are port. Next word, north. Sounds north. Spelling, the N, or, spelled O-R, north, spelled with a T-H. Again, the sounds are north, north. So our picture is the North Pole Airport. Okay. And then with the E at the end, so if the or sound is at the E, sorry, at the end of the word, we use a E. So we have more, the sounds are or, and the spelling or, and we spell it with the O-R with a E at the end. Okay, again, the sounds are or, and this one we must remember the E at the end. Okay, the next word is store. The sounds are S, or. Spelling S, T, or, using the O-R, and then we have that E at the end. S, or, and this one we remember the silent E at the end here at the end of store. So there is more in store for you. The next spelling we have for or is the O-A-R. Now we've seen other words where the O-A spells O, and here it's combined with the R. So we have or, and we say the lion on board with an oar will roar. Do you see the lion there? And he's got his oar. This is the oar here. That's the paddle. It's called an oar. And he's on board the boat. And do you see the, so I can't, I am so sorry. Boat. And do you see we have the OA saying O here, boat? So here we have the same spelling with the OA saying O with the on board with an oar will roar. Let's spell those words. Okay. So the first word let's write is or. The sound is or. You hear the or? We can think of it as one sound, but here we're going to spell it with the O-A for the or. Okay, so it sounds just like this, or, but we're going to remember to use the O-A-R to spell or. Okay, so or, and this whole thing here is that more unusual spelling. There. Next word, roar. R, or. Spelling, r, spelled with the R, or, spelled with the O-A, and then the R. Roar. Okay, or. This whole thing here is used to spell the or sound. So we use the OR, these words, the OR with the E for the other words, and these words, or, roar, and board. Let's do that. B, board. Spelling, B, line first, B, or, spelled O-A-R, board, spelled with a D. Circle first, your lips are open, so write the circle first. Board, B, board. And we use this whole O-A-R for the or sound. Okay. Now, we also have some words with the R sound. Whenever you hear R, guess what? This one's the part that's so nice. We only have one spelling for R, and it's the AR says R in all of these words. Art, start, and park. We have only one spelling for R. That's the best part. Here we go. The word is part. Oh, what happened? Okay, so we have part. The sounds are p, art. Spelling, R, only one way to spell it. AR says R, part. There we go. Again, the sounds, p, part. Next word, start. The sounds, s, art. Spelling, s, R. Again, the sounds are s, art. And the last word we have here is park. Arc. Spelling, R. Okay, we have a choice. Remember, we have the CK or the K. We use the CK after a single short vowel. Is that a short vowel? That's not even a vowel. Can't use the CK. So what do we use instead? We use the K. Use the K after a consonant sound. So the sounds again are arc. There we go. Our bonus words for the week. The first word is first. Sounds first. Remember our sentence last week? I first wear my skirt to stir. So those are the IR words. So it's with the IR, first, first. Good. First. Next word, hurt. And that was part of the, you got hurt when the churn burst. So hurt. And that's the UR. With the UR, hurt. Hurt with the UR. Okay. And next word, ago. Ago, a long time ago. This has two syllables. The first syllable, second syllable, go. The sound, we use the A. A often says at the very beginning or very end of a word, like ago and about and around. So and then the second syllable, go. G O. Spelling G O. And we use O to spell O at the end of a syllable, ago. Okay. So this part here, so the sounds are G O. And this part here is the tricky one that we're using the A to spell the sound. Okay. Next word is also has a tricky part. The word is carry. Sounds, two syllables, carry. Air E. I'm gonna go ahead and write it all out like that. Let's think. Is the next sound a E, I, or Y? Remember, at the beginning of a word, I can use a C or a K, and I use the K in front of E, I, or Y. A, oh, that's not an E, I, or Y, so I will use a C. A, and I'm going to use the A to spell A, carry. Now, here we're using two R's, care. If I only had one R, it would say car. So the two R's helps remind me that I'm using the long sound, A, care, E, and I use a Y to spell E at the end of a multi-syllable word. So again, the sounds are k, air, with two R's, E, carry. And this part is tricky, that we're using two R's to help the A say A, carry. And our last word is also a tricky word. Oh, you've seen it before. The word is people. The sounds are E, that's the first syllable. Oh, people. Let's spell it. E, and here's the really tricky part. I use a E-O to spell E. P, second syllable, pull. The sounds, pull. That's all the sounds we have, but I'm not allowed to have a syllable without a vowel, so I stick an E at the end here because every syllable needs a vowel. Let's say those sounds again. E, pull. And let's see, this is tricky because we're using an E-O to spell E in this word. And then this is tricky that I'm not pronouncing that E, I just have to stick it there so that every syllable has a vowel. Okay, that's your words for the week. This is Wonders, grade 2, unit 4, week 3.